going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Carr now to throw. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa. 2nd and 5. Play action now. Levis. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Bucs at 8 and 7, a game over 500 on the year. And they come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It was Cameron Jordan who came in and got him.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First down, here's White. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
White going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Third and goal. Here's Levis. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And his kick here is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Carr. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for Buccaneer TD. The try here for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one's mistaking me for a doctor there. But thank you, Dr. Davis. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Kamara. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Saints.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after 1. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he caught it up.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, deeper on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get a ball. The next guy comes through.
turnover. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
3 scores down, not even at halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That is pulled in by Michael Thomas. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a first and goal.
Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Prentice, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And they're on 17-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Levis now on 2nd down. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Alontae Tanner. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Buccaneers 17, Saints 14.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Levis now on 1st and 10.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Second down, here's Levis. That's completed right side to Palmer.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
Here's 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Here's Levis.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Here's White.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Back to throw, it's Levis.
He completes it right side of the lane. Touchdown!
Rashad White
With another touchdown, number 24 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff. This one away.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down now, but that clock rolling. On play action, it's Carr. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He gets this one to Johnson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost.
On play action, now Carr. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
What now?
Now Carr again. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab.
And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Lutz with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 11-yard line.
This a 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
The one final shot before the half. Here's Levis.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far.
It's Devin White, the linebacker, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
45 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Second and 6.
Hey, check that. Street. Riggs. Go, Chap.
They run straight ahead here with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
Go, Riggs. Go.
On 3rd down, a run from White. Fights loose. And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
White is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. So he had a nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Looking for more there on 1st down. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Can't know the man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
He'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. They'll go up the middle with White. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
73 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with White. And some room to run now. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 31 yards there on 1st down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
They will run with White out of the shotgun.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Levis.
And a dump off to White. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Rashad White
from 6 yards away.
And the Bucs will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
Complete to number 12, Chris Olave.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
21.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
29. 20.
Now a play fake. Carr.
And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 45-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
694.
Carr going to throw.
Worries about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too.
109 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Opting to run again here with White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop?
18 Cardinal.
Running out of the gun with White.
And a pretty good burst there as he gets this across midfield and down to the 46.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
1st down, here's White. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
White running to the left. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Now a give to White. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And they take a knee.